One of the main reasons that people don't resolve their bruxism is because they just don't understand the underlying causes and instead spend lots of money on surface solutions which may help but rarely provide a solution. In fact, I believe that people suffer from bruxism far more than they should and for far longer. Now, before we get into what you can do about bruxism, let's have a look at some of the causes. And the causes actually for bruxism are not very clear. Many people first talk about bruxism with their dentist, which makes sense because, of course, one of the main side effects of grinding your teeth or clenching in the night or in the day, whether you're a daytime bruxer or a nighttime bruxer, is a trip to the dentist as your teeth are cracked or chipped, or perhaps those cracks have turned into some kind of infection, or you're having to have teeth removed. So very often the first conversation is with a dentist. And in fact, there are some anecdotal evidence that bruxism may be caused by an imbalance between the top and the bottom teeth and the way that they interact. But there's really not any conclusive evidence about that, at least at the present time. There's also some discussions over whether bruxism is genetic, that is, whether it runs in the family. Again, more research is really needed to see whether that's an issue. And of course, things have moved on since the original conversations around genetics. We're now into this period of talking about epigenetics, which is ways that you can turn on and turn off your genes through lifestyle behaviours and other behaviours. And that, of course, that would have to be included in those studies as well. Now, bruxism is often connected with other types of sleep disorders, such as sleep apnea. And it's not really clear whether bruxism causes sleep apnea or that sleep apnea can cause bruxism, whether they just coexist at the same time by the same cause. This is really still not very clear and still needs to be studied a lot more. Then there are also some lifestyle components that go hand in hand with bruxism. So the consumption of high amounts of alcohol or caffeine, also some medications, notably for sleep, for anxiety, for depression, connected with bruxism. But again, it's not clear whether they coexist with bruxism or whether they could be a cause for it. Again, more kind of studies needed for that. But the main cause of bruxism, from my point of view, is the underlying emotional conditions, such as anxiety or stress. And in fact, the Bruxism Association agrees with that, suggesting that up to 70% of people who suffer from bruxism, the cause for that is stress or anxiety. And, this might be very conscious for people. A lot of people I speak to, who suffer from bruxism, they're very aware that they're anxious, they're suffering from anxiety or stress, whether that's stress related to work or stress on a personal level. And it might be that they're experiencing those feelings during the day, and then at night it kind of comes out as bruxism. That stress and that anxiety comes out as this grinding or clenching activity, unconsciously, of course, while they're sleeping. For other people, it might happen during the day, either connected to periods of heightened stress, perhaps something's going on at work and they find themselves clenching much more frequently. For other people, it can be completely random. Everybody's obviously completely different. And for still other people, they're not even aware that, if you ask them, they say, no, I don't have any stress, I don't have any anxiety. And yet when working with them, there can be underlying emotional disturbances, perhaps connected to things from the past or whatever it might be, that when resolved actually resolves the bruxism. So this actually reminds me of one of my clients, Sarah. Of course, she's not called Sarah. I've changed her name to protect her privacy. She came to me in a very desperate state with her bruxism. It was very severe. She'd already spent thousands and thousands of dollars. This was in Australia, thousands and thousands of dollars with a specialist, having her teeth fixed up, and she'd had various cracks in her teeth. She'd lost a couple of teeth and so on. You get the idea, massive dental bills and so on. But when she came to me, she'd just been told that she'd got a bony growth developing underneath her teeth, which is called a tora, which sounded extremely unpleasant and extremely painful. And if that was to continue to grow, which can grow through the pressure put on the teeth by grinding, if that was to continue to grow, then eventually it would need an operation to remove it. And this operation was, extremely expensive. So she was very worried about the amount of money she was going to need to spend to actually resolve all of these symptoms. Um, and also, everything that she was trying, including having Botox in the jaw, which was giving her some relief, but she was still waking up with pain every day. And so she came to me and we started working together. After the first sessions, she already reported a decrease in pain in the morning. By the second session, pain, she was waking up and, kind of not even thinking about it, and then realizing a bit later in the day, often when I was checking in with her, that, yeah, no, actually the pain in the teeth has gone, the pain around my gums has gone. And she also noticed herself clenching a lot less during the day, which she used to do. And by the end of 4 sessions, I think we had 4 or 5 sessions, I just forget now how many we had together, she went back to a specialist for her regular checkup. And the specialist was really pleased. He said that, the jaw's like so much better now, and you actually don't need the Botox that we've booked in for you to have. So you don't actually need that anymore. So she wrote to me and let me know, and told me the reaction of the dentist. So what did we do? Well, we addressed the underlying causes that were affecting her bruxism, the anxiety and the stress. She had a very stressful job and some things going on in her personal life. She also suffered a little bit from anxiety, and there were a few things we needed to clear up from the past. And once those were cleared up, then that anxiety and that stress wasn't there, so it didn't need to express itself through the bruxism as she slept or through clenching during the day. I also taught her some techniques that she could use to manage stress on an ongoing basis, because obviously her job is still stressful and will continue to be stressful. Life continues, but she's got a few techniques that she can use now to move forward with that. And the fact that you're still watching this video probably means that you yourself are trying to find a way to put bruxism behind you. And the fact that you're looking for a way to put bruxism behind you means that you probably want to know how you can overcome these underlying causes of bruxism. And that's really why I'm inviting you to a free strategy session with me, where we can talk about what's going on for you, and I can explain how we can help to move you past this bruxism. And that's the reason I've left a link down below in the comment section where you can get access to my calendar and sign up for a free session. And by the end of that session, you'll have had a chance to discuss with me your symptoms, exactly what's going on for you, and I will have had a chance to explain to you how we can help you to move past your bruxism, attacking these underlying causes, whatever they may be for you, and how we can help to remove those underlying causes so you can put bruxism behind you and make bruxism a thing of the past. So just before you register for that free call, please just take a second just to like this video so that other people can find it. It really helps other people to find the video and find the support that they need. And also subscribe to the channel, because there'll be plenty more content like this, which will give you more information and give you more tools in order to finally beat bruxism for good. So thanks so much for joining me for this video, and I hope to speak to you on one of those free strategy sessions and hope to help you to move past your bruxism. Thanks for joining me. Take care for now. Bye-bye.